Hey
and
everyone.
welcome. How are we doing? It's great to see you all. Good to have you all along here for the stream this evening. We're in for a very action kind of packed content full stream this evening, and we're joined by some very, very special guests indeed. Lots of us here on the stream today, and it's great to be with you all this evening. Thanks for coming along. It's great to see you all here. Of
Absolutely.
course, we're here for a very special reason. We're here for the Renault Trucks Evolution exclusive live stream where we'll be sharing more information about the Renault Trucks T and T-High Evolution. And it's only appropriate that we bring along some people that are involved in the process of this. And so I say let's start by going live over to our studio in Prague. We're joined by Nimiro and Pavel Shabor, our CEO. How are you
Hey
doing?
everyone. Thanks, Alex. I'm doing fine. What about you, Pavel?
It's great to be here. Thanks.
Let us know in the
That's great.
chat if you have any issues with our microphones, our sound, anything, please.
Yeah. No, it's great to see you and glad to hear you both doing well, joining us live from Prague. On the other side of the world, we're also joined by Oscar over in Singapore. Oscar, great to see you.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, really. It's fantastic to be on another stream again. It's always fun. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Right. Yeah, no, it's great to have you back, and it's good to see you as well on the camera. Usually we just have a photo of you, so it's great to see you kind of moving in the flesh as well. So thanks for joining us this evening as well. And we're also joined by a very, very special guest coming to us live from the French headquarters of Renault Trucks. We have Paul Daintree, who is the head of design at Renault Trucks. How are you doing this evening, Paul?
Hello.
Hello, I'm doing well. I'm excited to be here.
It's great to have you along. Thanks for joining us and for being here for such a special day. How are you feeling?
I'm, let's say, I'm excited. It's my first time on Twitch. So it's great to communicate with you guys. I'm very happy.
It's actually also for the first time that we host someone outside the company in the stream, right, Alex?
That is true. Yeah, absolutely. So it's our pleasure to have you come along and be our very first as well here.
It's a pleasure. It's the first time anybody's been in the studio also.
Right, yeah, you're coming to us from a very, very special location, as the chat can see and has already noticed from everybody that's watching on the live stream right now. You're in a very, very unique location. And I'm guessing we'll maybe see a little bit more of that later as well as we get chatting to you about what is ultimately going to be a very exciting stream of showing off this brand new Evolution T and T-High trucks from Renault Trucks, as we can see here live on the stream in Euro Truck Simulator 2. It already came out earlier this morning, and I know lots of you have already been getting into the cab and checking it out. But we're excited to kind of show it off in a little bit more detail and bring some expertise as well to the live stream about the design and the process of it as well. And maybe we can start off here. Oscar, I mean, you've worked a lot with Reynolds very closely. Maybe you can kind of give us a little bit of an introduction to how this whole process began.
Right. So we have a great relationship with Renault. We launched the original T and T-High, I think, back in 2019, and from there, I think we had a design the boss contest that was last year, I think, and then we had a Renault Trucks World Cup event as well, which was quite a huge thing for us. So it's been great. We've been working with them quite closely last year, and then nearer the end of the year, we had this suggestion from our contact at Renault Trucks, Julian. We always have very close contact with him, and then he was suggesting that they were going to have a facelifted new version of the truck ready this year, and it would be something interesting if we could put it in the game. So that was sometime in, let's say, October last year, and then we had to wait a little bit while they filed for design and design protection and things like that, and then in January we started getting images, we started getting data and information of how the new truck will look, and then from there on it was just all in, just work on getting the new truck, all the new parts in the game, and we were working all the way till last Thursday to get everything sorted, and with the help of Paul, with the help of his entire team behind this was this was possible, and we're really proud to be part of this launch. I mean, it's just a new thing for us. It's never before, never before done for us that we have a truck in the game before its actual launch in real life. So we're really honored and proud to work with Renault Trucks on this and make this possible.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a very, very exciting time. And of course, like you're saying, one of a kind launch for us. And Pavel being one of the founding fathers of SCS Software, you must see how the company is going so much, and to get to this point where we're able to now start cooperating with, such big names in the automotive industry. What are your feelings on this?
Well, it's an honor. For us, SCS used to be such a tiny company. I remember, must have been like 10 years ago when we first approached a representative of Renault Trucks at IAA Hanover, and we kind of connected back then already. So very early in the lifetime in the development of Euro Truck Simulator 2, we already established contact, and because of that, we nurturing this relation. We had the original vehicles in the game, the Magnum, the Premium, with some paint jobs, unique paint jobs. I remember the Route 66 one. So this is really early days for the company, but now we are a trusted partner who managed to obtain access to secrets even before actually the vehicle is introduced on the market. So it shows that for us as creators of the game, it shows that for our community as a whole, the connection between the automotive, between the actual transportation industry and our little hobby, it's all getting closer as years go by, and it's very satisfying, or how to put it. It's very, very exciting to be taken seriously, not to be taken as simply a game, but to be really maybe a tool for marketing, but also a tool for sharing the passion, something that we can connect through. It's really truly a hobby, not just a game anymore. So in that sense, I'm super excited to be here.
100%, and it's so exciting that we've gotten to this point where now we're sitting in the garage in Euro Truck Simulator 2 and actually looking at the final launch design. And maybe, Paul, we could talk to you now about the whole design process of it, because I imagine it must have been quite a long one to get to this point. We're speaking a little bit earlier, about some of the background information, but maybe you could talk us through about, where does it all begin when it comes to the designing a new facelift or evolution for Renault Trucks here?
So here, I think you touched on it with the passion. You were saying that the people following this have the passion for the trucks and things, and so we follow the passion of the drivers and our customers. And on this evolution, it was really listening to what they had to say. So there's a kind of thing, and it's a bit cheesy, but it appears in the headlights. It's this focus. That everything on it is just focused on what the customer wanted. So if we take the front, for example, we have 100% of the front headlights are LEDs. So with LEDs, we can reduce the size of the headlight. And what this enables us to do is actually increase the amount of body color on the front. And what we discovered with the previous truck is the design was quite unique, which was the intention coming along from Magnum, and we had a big separation between the upper and the lower. And when our customers want to put their own fleet graphics on, so whatever company they are, and they typically have different brands of trucks, but because the Renault one was so different, it was much harder to match their color schemes and to integrate homogeneously the range of trucks. So here, by squeezing the headlights, we increase the real estate underneath with the body color paint. And also by changing the format of the headlight, we have a deflector that comes up at the side, and this also almost touches the top. So we have this almost continuous spread from the top to the bottom of body color paint, which we didn't have before. And this gives a real difference for our customer. It also makes the truck look much more modern. Obviously, the LEDs are a big part of that. And also, in that deflector, that is the channel that deflects the air from the door handle. So actually, you get the turbulent air from the wheel, and the wind comes around the headlight and pushes the dirty air down to keep your handle clean. So there's a lot of real details. And again, I was saying this to you earlier, in the design department, we're just a little part of the huge work by the engineers, by the marketing people, by all the team at Renault Trucks with the customers. It's just my face on here, but I'm representing a lot of people that are helping on this. So that's the biggest change. But actually, it's an emotional change. The eyes have much more focus. And I think if I'll go a little bit of a walk around here because we can see it fairly clearly. It's trouble on my phone. I turn the page. So we can see it quite clearly here. We have the models, and I have the two models together.
Oh, they're cool. They're actually very big.
Yeah.
So these are quarter scale models. So they're 25% of real size. So these, when we're designing, this is the first time when we go into physical, we go quarter scale because it's much quicker, faster, and easier to change. So this was the first scale model that we did of this evolution. But you can see that by changing the proportions, we're now sort of 1/3, 2/3. Whereas previously, there's a little bit of lag, but previously we are 50-50. And it makes the truck look more focused, a little bit more attitude, not aggressive, but confident. We're proud, we're Renault Trucks, we're proud to do the job. Our customers should trust in the truck, and we feel we've done great progress with the existing TCK. And even better, we have the bigger logo now because we're a little bit more proud, and our customers are more proud, and we're happy where it is. The same, we did a trick on the front grille. So one of our, let's say, design fundamentals is form equals function, and previously on the front grille we had the front steps. So the design of the grille was to look like steps. And what we've done with the newest model is actually change it to a grille. So again, we get this more contemporary, modern look, more integrated, and more of an aero surface in the look. Because now we've gone from 2013 into 2021. We're at the cusp of the digital and electromobility age. We're going from the mechanical and industrial to digital and electronic. So, we've got to move with the times, move with the customers. And again, all these add features. The LED lights. This is one part that, I think the customers on the truck today, they change a bulb once a month on the truck. So by moving to LED lights, not only do we get brightness, but we get much more, let's say, comfort for our customers.
Fantastic. Thank you for showing us those models. Our chat's loving them. They're actually asking, where can I buy one of those?
In fact, well, yes, they're not cheap, but we've also got. Let me share the sketches because they're always the cool things that people like to see. These were some of the original sketches by Wanchol, the designer at the time, and here it shows the kind of attitude that we wanted to get. It's the first kind of expressions where it's more planted, it's more focused, it's a little bit more dynamic, a bit more fresh. It's kind of it's amazing what you can actually do with changing so little in a way. It's purely the emotional.
And these are like concepts, designs for like initial designs for the tracks.
Yes, so these were the original sketches. So from this kind of thing with management, etc., we had kind of three different choices, as every usual process goes. Then we select and we go into the scale model, so into here. So this is typically the same thing, into 3D, into a physical model to get the proportions. And then we go, after that stage, we go into full size. So you can imagine full size if you're looking at a CAD model or data on a screen, but your truck is actually 2.5 meters wide. You can never judge proportions. So the scale models are still accurate. So here we are changing, and this is probably interesting for you, for those watching.
Yeah,
as well.
definitely. Chat is going crazy.
When I started, when I started in design, we had computers doing software, we had CAD surfaces, etc. But it wasn't. It was the clay models, it was the physical properties, and now also we're at the shift. And last year, in the studio, we now have the virtual reality goggles running Unreal Engine software,
Wow, cool.
and it's probably 3 years ago where I used virtual reality goggles, and it was in a construction machinery, and I felt high. You know, I felt as it was based in the not high in the drug sense, but high in the height sense, in the machine. And I was looking out of the side, and I felt, I could fall. And just 2 weeks ago, in the studio, we took one of the trucks and put it in Unreal Engine with the fog and with the rain, and I felt cold. So the goal of a designer really is to bring the emotion with the functions. And I think now in digital world this is happening. So it was great when I was talking with you last week, because what we're doing on the screen is like an extension of my daily work. Let's zoom in on here. So if we, I think, and we can do it now, if we zoom in on the headlamp. So at the rear of the headlamp we have what we call the category 6 light. So that if you turn towards the door, okay, so we have this tiny lamp here, and this, okay, for everybody that's watching, it's not very interesting, but this lamp is so tiny, and it's got to meet all these legal requirements, and it's the side marker lamp that should be visible from certain angles at a certain brightness. And if you're familiar with other trucks, normally it's like a big mushroom that's on the door or somewhere with a big light, and ours is this tiny small part. And basically the inspiration was motorcycles. So we pushed with our help of our engineers, help of our suppliers, to get something so kind of tiny and high tech, like a little piece of jewelry behind the headlamp there. And now, as you see, you have the illumination. Yes. So it's this, yeah, it's really high tech. And also on the front, if you go around to the front, we have the DRLs, we have the turn signals. So we have 3 segments. We use the segmented part, and when you put the turn signal on, it staggers and goes round, and it links around on the back to this small marker lamp. All these things that software enables is fantastic.
It looks really fantastic, and we can really tell that you've taken a lot of the feedback from, like you said, from drivers and previous customers and such, and really put a lot of it into the truck. And I was just kind of thinking in my head, where do you even begin when you start to kind of receive that feedback about all these little small details that make the bigger picture when it comes to bringing a new evolution of the truck?
I think that's it. It's the sum of all the small parts. If we take the headlamps, for example, we have there's specific lock and unlock sequences as well, and these are not important for any function. It's just the emotion that actually the driver or the owner get to see the functionality of the headlamp, because normally they're behind the wheel.
Yeah.
So it's how to get more out of something, I think is one of the key things. And I think it's the same. So on the exterior, obviously we had the attitude difference, that we've got more, more focus. On the inside, we have more comfort, in fact. So the focus is there, but the focus is comfort for the driver. So the biggest part in comfort, which obviously if you're driving from your steering wheel at home, it won't be affected. But the real truck drivers, we have a completely new movement for the steering wheel. So the adjustment range is hugely improved. So what we're finding is that our customers wanted more like a car driving position, where the steering wheel was vertical, than a traditional truck. So there was a lot of work by the engineering team and the validation team to make sure that we can have that. Not only that we can have it, but it doesn't vibrate, etc. So that's a big part. We also included at the bottom on the dashboard a large drawer. So you know, from a designer point of view, we go and see our customers, but also we're close with used trucks. So every time the first owners who lease, they return their truck, we get to see, you know, what are the issues, where are the customers using the trucks. So we saw there's a lot of issues with the storage, that we needed to clean out the storage and give bigger storage. So in this drawer, we have space for an A4 pad, because even in the days of digital, we still have people that print out on A4 on a notepad and write down their notes. So here it can go straight into the drawer. Also, it's out of sight, which is another thing. When you go to the truck stop, they can hide everything in this drawer. And again, on the top, you will see the big space. If you zoom in on the aluminium part here. So there's a couple of variants, but what we saw is a lot of customers previously would drill holes in the dashboard to put their mobile phones.
Really?
So we said, well, why don't we create a dedicated space for mobile phones and nomadic devices? So a lot of drivers have one, or, well, a lot of drivers have two phones. They have their own personal phone and one for work. Now this, if we go back in on the aluminium bar, this aluminium bar on this
Bring
version,
some light here
you can add.
and zoom in.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So you can add a tablet like you see here. So you have an aluminium bar with magnets, with hooks, and you can attach 2-3 mobile phones, one tablet, etc. And there's a charging point. So instead of the customers having to drill and damage the vehicles, you know, by us being part of the journey and by Renault Trucks listening to what the customers say, we offer these solutions. There's also the solution where we have a secondary integrated screen. I think if you switch to that, I saw the other day.
Yeah, I think you can go into
Yeah,
service
just
and
let me
change up to the exclusive trim.
let me trigger the service once again. Here we are. And now we're
Okay.
back in the interior. And we can switch into the, which one it was, Oscar?
Exclusive evolution. So I think you have to go down a
Here.
little bit. Yeah.
Here it is.
There you go. There you go. So here we offer the full system with an integrated screen with, you know, the apps, the navigation, but also there's space at the side to add your mobile phone and charge it. So, you know, all these things, they're small details, but the customers, when they're, you know, it's their job, they're in there 8 hours a day at least. All these little things matter. So, like you said, the focus on our customer is a great thing. I think,
Yeah.
you know, we say about the customizing and all the things like that. We have the competition with you guys, don't we, to customize the truck?
Yes, that's right.
We do. No, it's a very, very exciting competition. If you haven't heard from it already, we've been posting it already in the live chats. But such an awesome opportunity to be collaborating with Renault Trucks to bring you such an exciting competition where you yourself can design a livery for the T&T High Evolution and bring a paint job essentially to life, not only in the virtual world, but also in the real world. And maybe for those who are thinking about entering the competition and like making their own designs, maybe Paul, you could give us some tips on what kind of things you look for when you're kind of designing a different kind of paint job for a truck. Obviously, you get a lot of standard colors that you see, but we do see some unique paint jobs from time to time as well, don't we?
Yeah, we see the unique. There's some, you know, there's some really amazing trucks, not only in your game, but in real life. And the pride some of the customers go into making these is just outstanding. You know, I wish we could produce each one as a serial offer, but yeah, unfortunately, to get, I don't know, is it three trucks every 5 minutes out of the line or something like that? It's kind of difficult. But yeah, what I would say, a lot of it is it's attitude, and also it's the recognition from a distance. You know, that you can spot it even before it arrives. You know what it is, and I think in one way we were kind of successful on the Renault truck. We have this what we call the Pythagoras sign on the front of the truck. But yeah, to explore that in your designs, that even from 100, 200 meters away, you can see what it is, what's coming. So obviously color's a big part of that, but then the main graphics, and then obviously as it comes closer, the surprise and delight of different details, different parts. Also, what is fun is not being symmetrical. You know, it adds different things on different sides. There's a lot of character that can be changed with different tones on different parts of the vehicles. I know in the past we've played a lot with the wheel colors as well. Don't forget the wheel colors. They give a real big difference in the way that the truck sits, and also the presence that it gives. We were playing around the other day, for me, you know, a dark grey with black wheels has this kind of slightly sinister look, a slightly Mad Max about it, which I kind of like. You know, I'm going to do the job, and it's going to be done, and you're going to pay me.
Okay.
Kind of attitude.
So now the chats have the ultimate suggestions of color and color combination straight from Paul.
Yeah. No, but you know, it's kind of interesting because, like I say, the truck, it has focus, but it's not aggressive. But with color and graphics, you can flip it from being kind of evil to also being friendly. You know, I think we've kind of got that nice level there.
Absolutely, yeah. No, thank you for your tips there as well. So for anyone who's wondering how they can enter into this contest, you can head over to our blog at blog.scssoft.com. The contest, it starts from tomorrow, the 7th of...
Alex, did you just drop
You
out?
lost Alex.
Did we just lost Alex?
Yeah, I think we.
Alex just got frozen, but before he got frozen, he was about to say that the contest actually starts from tomorrow, so anyone who is going to take his or her chance to participate in can send your application starting from tomorrow, and everything can be found out and read on our blog post. There is a direct link to the landing page that guys over Renault Trucks created especially for this design contest, that you can read everything important there, and we highly suggest you to read all the regulations and terms and conditions of this design contest very carefully. Alex completely dropped off.
Yeah, and I think the great thing about this contest is it's really, you know, open to all types of people, you know, different people with different expertise. Well, if you're a very experienced, let's say, modder, you can always, you know, download the template that we have included, and then you can design your livery in Photoshop, in GIMP or anything. Or if you're not very experienced with those, you can still participate, because, you know, we have a template where you can print out and you can draw on it. You can paint on it, or you can even, I don't know, cut out some, you know, pictures and then put them together in a sort of collage. So there are many ways you can participate, and your winning design can literally come from anyone, and you don't have to be very experienced to design something that's uniquely yours, and maybe something that will be accepted and loved by everyone. So, well, I think one of the most amazing parts of this competition is that, you know, at the end of the day, we'll choose one design.
True.
We'll choose one design, the ultimate winner, and it's not just you winning a prize, you know, winning the ultimate prize, but getting your design memorialized sort of by you know, having it being applied to a real truck, and then we'll also create a version in the game where everyone else can enjoy it as well. So there's a huge prize behind it, and also there is something of sentimental value that you can get out of this competition.
Absolutely, because the winner will like literally become a legend in some way. You know, you will have your own design into the game, but also applied on a real truck, on a real and new design of a Renault truck, T Evolution and T High Evolution. How cool is that? Just imagine the pressure we just put on your shoulders to even try.
Well, for me, this is incredible. You start with a little game, our early beginnings. I remember this tiny company, SCS, and now, fans of the game have a chance to, through the means of our game and our community, to actually have their creation become a real object, a real artifact out there in the real world, driven for thousands of kilometers. So that's huge for me.
Yeah, and not to mention only the ultimate prize for the reward for the winner, but also as there are gonna be picked 5 finalists before we will let the community decide who the ultimate winner is, and all of these finalists will also receive a very cool reward in the way of Trustmaster Wheel T150. Am I right, Oscar? Which Trustmaster kindly provided
that is correct.
and supported into this design contest.
Yes. So thanks to their support, we have 5 prizes for the 5 finalists. So if you participate, there is always a chance that you will win one of these. And of course, we already mentioned that the ultimate prize is to have your design in the game and in the real world. So please participate. I think we are all looking forward to your entries. Renault Trucks is very excited to see what our community can produce, and maybe it'll give them some inspiration for the future as well. So maybe Paul, you can tell us more. What kind of things are you looking for if you're judging an entry from our community? I know you talked about passion. Are there any other things that will help someone, be more special, stand out from the others?
I think it's a clear message, a clear focus of what you want to communicate. So, in the past, obviously within the studio here, the latest one, the Boss, that came out of the studio here with the guys from Renault Trucks. Also the Renault Sport. These were really successful special editions, and on both it's kind of a very clear message, and it's really simple. It's done in a way that it attracts the attention. Like we said, that from a distance you can see it, and then when you get closer, you spot the small details that have changed. That change the aspect and give the surprise and delight. So I think it's something like that. Obviously, at the end of the day, if we want to make one, it's got to be kind of feasible. So they're a reference of let's say what's feasible. The airbrush, Johnny Halliday or whoever on the side would be not really possible in our industrial thing. But here, I think, and let the passion come from you. Don't think about what we want to see. Okay. Go from your point of view. What would you want to see? And I think you had a comment earlier. Whoever's going to do this is going to be a legend. It could be the legend truck. I know we had it in the past with the Magnum, but this clear message that's simple, that you can just punch and kick some ass and get it out there. Real impact, that when you see it, you go, wow, that's that truck.
The legend.
You see it on the other side of the auto route. It's got to be that. We did an Alpine truck in the past, and it was, in one way, it was very sophisticated. It was a white truck with the blue, and Alpine got revised. But it wasn't as successful because it was kind of too reserved. When we do special editions, they need to punch. And I think that's what we learned from that, and with the Boss and everything, it's really that it's noticeable from a long way.
Right. So be iconic, I guess. That's the message. Be iconic, be outstanding, and I think more importantly, be yourself in expressing the design that you want.
Be yourself. Put whatever you want into it, and don't think about us that want it on the other side. There is no, for me on this one, there is no corporate format or anything. It's really about, as we said earlier, passion. what would you like your truck to look like?
Right.
Absolutely.
So everyone is welcome to participate, and as Paul said, be creative and be yourself. So we really look
leave
forward
me a
to your
job though
entry.
afterwards. I don't want anybody to take my job.
Yeah. I don't think anyone can beat you in designing the entire truck. We're asking them to create a livery for it, but I think the design is really so outstanding as we were talking about. Could you say, maybe you can share with us which is your favorite part of the truck? If I think the obvious answer would be the headlights, but maybe you can talk about something else that might be of interest.
This is, I suppose this is the tough one. It's really the emotional difference, and that, obviously part of my daily work is breaking down into the components. There's all the things that get listed, but on this list you don't feel emotions, and I think it's the achievement with this is the fact that when you see the two trucks together, instantly you see it's much more modern, and you see this change in attitude of the vehicle, that it is more confident, it is more focused, and that's a hard thing to put in a Microsoft Excel list.
Yeah, true.
That's a thing that just naturally kind of happens, and naturally comes. So that's the part that I'm really proud of, is that the sum of the parts equals 5 times, 10 times more than what could be imagined normally.
And I think it's quite noticeable. I mean, the difference in the design, it's all very outstanding. Like you said, it's all very modern. It's very contemporary. So yeah, I think it's a fantastic job, and we're so proud again, just to have it in the game, just to have this opportunity to show to the world the latest and the greatest from Renault Trucks.
Absolutely.
Now, unfortunately, unlike I watched one of your Twitch programs with one of your people from SES, he was a speedway rider.
Yeah, the latest one with Racertoft. Yeah, the speedway rider. Yeah.
Exactly. I don't have the talents like a speedway rider either, but you see, it's amazing, the breadth of interest and hobbies of all these people in different industries, and I think, the customization that the users will do will really be impressive. There's some really talented people out there. They just don't know it yet.
True, but I think that the same goes for people in Renault Trucks company, because I've heard from Gillian that there is like 8,000 people in Renault Trucks company, and I bet someone is definitely a speed rider, as well.
Yeah. No. There's a lot of people with lots of different talents. It's very diverse. Yes.
And we have Alex back. I can see you, Alex. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Unfortunately,
you took your break.
The woes of living in a village. I just moved out to a village a few weeks ago here in the UK, and every now and again you still get a bit of dodgy power cuts. So unfortunately, that's why I disappeared.
So your neighbors are a bit jealous that you have electricity, right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we only got electricity like last month, so it's only just still new here in the village. So yeah, sorry, apologies for that, folks. If any problems might have caused in the stream there.
No problem.
I thought you'd gone to sleep on which parts I've missed on the new bunks in the rear of the truck, because we have new extra comfy mattresses in the back.
Sure. I mean that'd be great. I think if I was going to choose anywhere, that would be.
Did he dropped again?
Oh wow, it's on again.
There is not enough electricity
you were
in
talking
that
about there were the new bunks at the back. I think you call them Serenity.
It is written here on the mattress.
So I guess that's one of the main feedbacks you've gotten from your customer base.
Yes. So obviously the comfort when they're not driving is just as important. So we've updated. There was a lot of work on the bunks to make sure that we have the right level of comfort, and now we should be one of the best in the market. So that's maybe, like I said, that may be why Alex is there, but also for the UK customers, which is probably a good thing. if their network is like this, their model in your game is going to be in 1 week or something before the right-hand drive version. It's a bit of a delay.
No,
We actually already have it.
actually, I think we can show him the surprise. Maybe he doesn't know about it yet.
Ah,
If you could
Okay,
hold on, we can show you the other version in the game as
but
well.
I need to do a small trick here. But we are
Needs to
developers.
fly.
It's
Yeah,
okay.
That's not
Yeah.
possible in real life.
Our vehicle team, actually the lead of the team, Daniel, pulled a whole night shift to save the day and bring the UK interior up to the provided reference material, so we have the proper one in the game ultimately on the day of release.
perfect. And the UK market will really appreciate those updated bunks as well, from what I hear. So that will be a benefit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're so happy, with this opportunity to update the interior of the UK version, just to make it sure that everyone gets the proper experience of driving on either side that they want to. And we're so happy that we can bring this new version to the game as well.
I have a friend that works at Commercial Motor in the UK, and he was, like some people, he was kind of confused why we're launching on a video game. And then he noted that his daughter then downloaded the game and drove somewhere across England in a Renault truck.
Cool. That
So yeah.
yeah. I
brilliant.
wanted to ask, do you have any feedback from your colleagues that they might try our game because of this amazing cooperation we have here?
Yes. Yeah. No. It's for us. It's great. There's lots of colleagues that do it, but also we know that a lot of truck drivers play these
True.
games. So when we've done the truck stop interviews, the truck drivers are legally allowed to drive 8 or 9 hours a day, and then they've got trapped time in the truck stop or whatever. So a lot of them play video games. So, it's kind of ironic to drive a truck when you've been driving a truck all day, but
Yeah.
there's a great pleasure. And I think also for people that don't drive a truck to realize, the constraints of truck driving. It's not an easy business, and everybody takes it for granted. But if we didn't have trucks, we wouldn't have food in the supermarkets.
Exactly. I mean, they say that anything you can buy in the market was hauled there by a truck, basically.
Yeah. COVID has just, exposed how important the trucks and the drivers are. And yes, it's a really important business. And it's great to see that, like you said, the passion of trucks. I have friends in the automotive industry. I was in the car industry before, but there's a big cachet of saying, no, I design trucks. You can keep your Aston Martin or whatever. I've got trucks.
Well, it's going to be interesting if some years down the line, our little competition here for the most interesting livery will not actually end up in a new job application for a chief designer of Renault Trucks or automotive in general. This may be an inspiration. This may bring up passion, maybe especially in the younger audience, to look at this as a career, to look at this as an opportunity to do something interesting in life.
But even truck driving, there's a huge shortage of drivers.
Yeah.
A lot of improvements that we are doing on the trucks are also to make the drivers comfy, because we need to keep the drivers. We got to take care of the drivers because they're incredibly important. And I think that's, if this game also gets drivers into it, I think that will be a great opportunity too.
I think we definitely do. Time and time again, we hear from our players through our social media, through our forums, that because they played our game so much, they love it so much that they decided to take it up as a job. And then you see them doing maybe in the US, you see them doing a CDL, and then I can't remember what it's called in the EU, but yeah, so you see them really taking up these jobs, and I think it's fantastic. Like you said, there's a driver shortage. If we can instill a passion for driving trucks, for delivering things to people that everyone needs, you know, it's great. It's not just a game anymore. It's also somewhat an educational and, you know, recruitment tool for some companies.
Yeah.
I think this gives them a really good preview of what to expect on the road. Perhaps not the entire, you know, truck driver's experience of loading and unloading. You know, that's very tough work, but maybe give them an experience what it's like behind the wheel, because at the end of the day they spend, like you said, 8 or 9 hours behind the wheel, and you know, just to understand the environment they'll be operating, the size of the vehicle that they are operating. That's you know, that's a good start.
For some of them, it's like the truck cabin is also like a second home to them. So it's also very important to think about the interior the right way as well, I believe. With all the comfy mattresses and you know, the tablet holders and cup holders and everything needs to be in the right distance from the wheel and from the sitting position.
Yeah, it's amazing. You have different types of drivers. You have the super detailed ones that have their own slippers, and they have a product for each part of the dashboard to clean. And then you have the ones that the passenger seat is just basically a big storage system with their rucksack, seatbelt fitted, with all their food and everything in there. So yeah,
I was kind of
there's a huge
I was kind of shocked as you told us that some drivers even attempt to drill holes into the dashboard to put the, you know, tablet holders there. That sounds really crazy to me. But I believe that for them it is very important to have the tablet or navigation or the paperwork and list of tasks they need to complete right where they need it, you know. So, but to drill holes into a dashboard, that's a crazy bit.
Yeah, and exactly, you know, and that's, you know, our job is to listen to those and do the updates when we can to allow for these changes as well. You know, if you think our current truck was probably designed in 2008, and the impact of mobile phones, especially now with lots of navigation that's on mobile phones, you know, even back then we didn't predict that. So we got to be faster, and we see now we anticipate more in the future to absorb these things. But also it's a, you know, in one way it's like the exterior as well. We've done the update, and it's an evolution, because we didn't want to break from where we are, because there's the important thing on a real truck is the residual value when you, after the lease of the vehicle. So if you drill holes in the interior, obviously your residual value, your price, your buyback price will go down, etc. But also from a design point of view, if we completely change the design, it affects the old truck, you know, and the price will go down because everybody wants the new one. Here we see that the stable brands of the world, they evolve, and with that you can stabilize the residual values, and therefore our trucks we be able to get better values and lease prices for our trucks.
Right, that's quite interesting to hear. That's not a consideration that I ever thought of, you know, of why you don't change things radically from you know, year to year. And maybe you're talking about the design phase. You stated that, you know, this Renault T was conceptualized, I guess, in 2008, like you said, and I think it was released in 2013. Could you tell us a little bit about like the design process? How long does it take to, you know, just, you know, maybe design the looks of a truck and then go on to, you know, creating, like you said, either a clay model or a CAD model and then testing things out?
So on a basic kind of design, we could go from a sketch to a physical model in 6 months. But what takes the time is, you know, you have like advanced designs or concept trucks or concept cars. Anything is possible money no object. That's it's kind of easy. The hard part is making something that you can sell, making something that can be produced, that the customer wants for a price that they want to pay. So that's where the time comes in. So like I say, for the Evolution, I think we finished it in the back of 2018. So it's a truck. These do 150,000 kilometers a year or something like that. It's got to work, and it's got to work all the time. So it's the testing phase, the verification, the validation of everything to make sure everything is spot on, that takes the time, in fact, not necessarily the design. So here, as soon as a truck is out of action, that's costing our customers a lot of money. So even in the design process, we have to take that into account, that it's easy to repair if it breaks, or if it's done in a way that it's robust and it will last, that the material is correct, that even with the colors of the plastics, that they are UV stable, that they don't fade. Like they, in the 80s, we had all the plastic bumpers on the cars that would go fade to gray, to make sure that we have a product that will last. And again, trucks compared to cars, our life cycle is much longer. Our trucks are in use, much longer. I think now the quality is so high that we can resell our used trucks with a warranty that's almost as good as a brand new truck. We can almost sell it twice, which is great. When we talk about in a world of sustainability, the longer we can make our trucks last and that they're on the road, the more sustainable we are.
Yeah, and I always hear, in the trucking industry, the term, total cost of ownership. I guess that's one of the main focuses that you're looking into, especially even when at the design stage, like you said. And I've also read, some press releases, especially from Renault trucks themselves, that you're buying back some of the older models and exporting them to the Middle East, to Africa, so to give them a second lease of life, I guess. So that's really great for sustainability.
Yeah, and we did really cool. It was a 01 Racing Special Edition for used trucks as well. So that was, if you check that out, if those guys that want a bit of inspiration. So this, obviously we sell a lot of trucks and they're on lease, so all these trucks come back to used trucks. 80% I think of our trucks are white. So if you have a sales area with all these white trucks, what can we do? So let's make them sexy. So we did the 01 Racing update, and it's been a huge success. And even in Grenoble, just an hour's drive from Lyon here, there's one customer, and I think he has eight of them. He liked them so much he bought 8.
That's the entire fleet.
That's good business.
Okay, I think that
So
Alex is not coming back.
Sorry.
Obviously, he wrote me that his entire village is out of electricity now. So I think that he's sitting in front of a candle right now. While we were talking, nearly an hour already passed. So I'm not sure, Paul, if you have enough time to spend with us further, and also if your telephone is still full of battery, because you told us that you have 78% of your battery, right, when we were beginning with the sound checks and microphone checks. So
I'm okay.
You okay? Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to maybe tell something to the people that are watching us, because the chat is going crazy. I'm feeling like an octopus here, that I'm trying to maintain and handle all the things at once. But I have the chats, both Twitch and YouTube chats, in front of me, and I can see that people really loving the stream, and also that you took your time to be here with us today. So do you have any message to the people that are watching you and us right now?
Oh no, it's a, like I say, it's a pleasure, this passion thing that everybody's joined this feed because they love your game and they love trucks. You know, so what's not to like by coming and joining you guys? You know, I love trucks too, so we're all in it together. So it's great to be here. I say I'm really impressed and honored that our marketing department not only made this decision to join with you guys and do this as a world first, but you know, the fun it brings and the new audience that we have, and yeah, it's as cool for me as it is for you guys.
Okay.
But I want to
Perfect.
see in the simulator, I want to see the Renault truck overtaking a Scania.
Okay, I will floor it. I will floor it here.
We can arrange that.
We're gonna get priorities, right?
Let's find some. Let's find some on the road.
It's interesting that truck drivers are these tribes that love their brands and breathe for them, and obviously today we would have a high percentage of Renault Trucks fans here in the audience or watching this and enjoying this the most. But we have to be very balanced about giving attention to all the partners that we have, all the licensing partners. We cannot just pick any favorite ever, but here it's a great day for us to have you and have this fantastic cooperation. Our star of our stream. That's great.
No, pleasure to be here. And just a point on this, I think also if our competitors are watching, I know quite a lot of the other design directors, and it's really a nice industry to be in. There's no egos, there's no I don't know. There's no one-upmanship. Everybody's just trying to do the best job possible and have fun doing it, and it's great. We know there's lots of competition out there. We know that everybody loves the Scania, but that's why we've got to make sure that we've got to go and find one and overtake one.
Okay. I will do my best in today's stream to find one. Okay, and what?
Right.
Yeah, Oscar. Sorry.
Sure.
Continue.
Well, we've talked about the design and the parts and design for this truck. I know that there are new regulations in the EU, especially for trucks in the future coming out. I guess this year, you have increased length restrictions available for trucks. What kind of designs can we look forward in the future for Renault trucks?
I think these, let's say the demands are a lot to do with the emissions and the CO2 output, etc. So I think the biggest change that will come is when the industry takes full hold of electromobility. We're not there yet. There will be a tipping point at some point in the future, but it allows a completely different architecture of the vehicle. Today it's an engine inside a chassis with a cab on top. If we look at battery technology and in-wheel motors and all the technology that brings, where it's kind of software, it gives a completely different focus on how a truck could be, and how it's used. And I think that's going to be the biggest change over the next, it's probably 15, 20 years. But it's a huge change, this digitalization and this automation of driving, of being a truck driver. We see, the Tesla, in the US, it's a big step, and it's a big change. So, what could be the potential in the future? We don't know, but certainly it's a change.
Well, now, no doubt, by now you have on your drawing board quite some advanced concepts that we cannot, of course, speak about today. But your mind is probably a generation or two ahead of what we are showing today as a world premiere. We'll be looking forward to it.
Yeah. And I think just as a statistic, I think on a logistic journey, I think the truck driver is one of the most expensive parts, maybe 60% of the cost, and then the other is fuel. You know, so that's a huge focus. You know, especially the fuel. You know, how can we make that much less? And that's the continuous improvement that obviously we are always doing. But yeah, the steps to reduce that and to reduce the environmental impact.
Absolutely. Looking forward to see what the future will bring into the automotive industry. Unfortunately, Paul, I'm afraid that our time for your part in our stream is coming to an end. I would love to say a big thank you for, taking your time to be here with us. It's a big pleasure for us. It's for the first time that someone from the automotive industry actually joined us in our live session, and also it's the first time for us to be able to bring a new design of a truck into our game exclusively before any real event, and we are proud and happy that we've been able to do this cooperation with Renault Trucks, and also to have you today in the stream.
Thank you, guys. It's been a real pleasure.
Okay.
Enjoy,
Thank
and I
you.
look forward to the
Thank you.
competition entries.
Okay, you definitely keep your eyes on social platforms, because I think that you will see a lot of designs coming in the next few days.
Okay.
Thank you, Paul.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.
It was
Paul.
a pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Paul. Please write some thanks into the chats on Twitch and YouTube for him for taking his time to be here with us, and we will continue driving with the new truck, and we probably should speak a little bit about the actual design contest. Am I right? Oscar, you still with us? Your electricity is okay?
Yes, I am. I am still here. I guess I'm the stand-in for Alex right
Yeah.
now.
You're
Not
the-
a
you're the
very
new
great
Alex,
stand-in,
you're the
but,
new Alex.
I'm here. It's hard to feel his shoes.
You should
really.
bring British accent, and let's continue.
Alex, the entertainer.
It's a little bit hard to, when the moderator, when actually the one who keeps the talking flow going drops off, that it's a little bit more pressure on us to take over the lead and keep the flow going. But what do you think, chat? Twitch, YouTube, Steam? What do you think about the new track and about Paul's part in today's stream? Let us know. I see some question. Where's Alex? Alex dropped off because the electricity in the place where he lives were cut off. Everyone's saying that they loved it. It looks amazing. Oh, it's hard for me to read the chat and drive at the same time. They're gonna roast me if I hit anything like they usually do.
Don't text and drive.
Yeah.
Don't even read the text and drive.
Yeah, okay. But according to the chat,
Wouldn't
they
it be
love
great
it.
if
We have Alex.
wouldn't it be great if the chat actually appeared on the screen of the mobile phone?
The appearing and disappearing Alex, he's going to be our meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alex, welcome back, man.
Gonna
You
be the
missed
case.
the
Hey,
show.
back.
You missed the show.
I'm sorry, chat. I'm sorry, everybody. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's just you speak about it happening and it happens again a second time. So it's.
Is it going
it's
to
very
happen again?
typical. I'm not going to mention it again. Just touch wood that it doesn't happen again. But I couldn't think of a worse time for it to happen. So apologies, stream. It seems like I missed out on all the good content with Paul. Hopefully you kept it going. I imagine you guys did well in chat. with
Yeah,
him, so,
it
but,
went
yeah.
it went smooth, and at the end,
You did so well. We could
Yeah.
replace you.
we don't need you anymore,
No.
Alex.
Okay, well, I'll see you later.
Yeah.
Catch you later.
Nah, don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere, please.
It was a great time with him. We learned so much. Hopefully we can do this again. Someday.
It was incredible.
And-
It was incredible
well, he-
how often the word passion and emotion was used when he talks about the vehicle. You think it's a tool of trade. It's kind of like machine, but actually from a designer's point of view, communicating some values or some emotions is super important. And I think coming back to passion, emotion, I think this is where our worlds intersect, where our player base is actually also this focus, passion, emotion. It's all there. It's the interest that's shared, and I think surprisingly for me, we were the chemistry was working very well.
Yeah.
That this is automotive and this is the gaming side, but it was really like the hour passed so quickly, Alex or not. it was it was great. So who knows? Maybe with Renault Trucks in particular, maybe with some of the other industrial players, we may have some interesting things happening in the future as well.
Yeah, I think our game is a very good good way to distill, like you said, distill the passion for trucking. It shows the main part why people love trucking, the open roads, sitting up high, just driving into the distance, that kind of idea.
Absolutely. I feel like I'm a bit out of the conversation here because you had a good flow going and everything like that.
Yeah, you're just nodding, nodding there, like I know what they're talking about.
From what I was able to hear from Paul, he's very passionate about his job, and I can only imagine that his team and the people that surround him are also very much the same. And so you can really tell when he was talking about all the little details that have gone into this evolution of the Renault truck. It's really incredible. Thinking about this day and age especially as well, I love the idea that they've had with, obviously here in the interior, you can see on the stream, with the mobile phones and iPads, because it's so true. We live in a day and age of technology, and so many drivers do have company phones and personal phones and tablets for movies and whatnot as well, for when they're having their downtime or parked up, etc. And so like all those little things really do make a massive difference when you're in the cab. And it's really, really cool to be able to bring those exact same kind of small details for the drivers in Euro Truck Simulator 2 as well, for our players to enjoy as well, and to kind of launch it within our universe.
Absolutely. And I think that those who are watching us closely, we just passed the Spain border as well. So I think, Alex, I have an idea how you can make it up that you've dropped off twice.
Am I gonna have to get my wallet out for some?
Yeah. True. I think you should bring some. You should bring some gifts.
I do have some keys to give away as an apology. So we'll get a giveaway set up. I think sounds like a good idea, because the chat's been really, really good in watching and supporting the stream here. Thank you everybody for coming along and supporting not only us but also Renault Trucks as well on their big day of launching this truck here. And let's get a giveaway going with the Nightbot. And I'm gonna have to explain the rules again. It's become a bit of a meme as well at this point as well, the rules of the giveaway, because our chat, they love the giveaway so much, and they love to spam a lot. So we'll get it going here. So we're gonna be giving away what should we say, a couple of keys, Namiro?
I would say give like 3 of them in one giveaway, and
sounds good.
Meanwhile, when the participants will be counting, we can remind the design contest, and after that we can pick the winners.
Yes. Sounds good. Okay, so we're going to be giving away 3 keys for Iberia for Euro Truck Simulator 2. That's the highly anticipated DLC that is releasing on the 8th of April. The 8th of April actually coming up this week. Very, very exciting indeed. It's so weird. We've been talking about it for so long, and now it's finally happening. It's all very, very exciting. And we're going to be doing it via our giveaway on Twitch. So apologies if you are watching on Steam and on YouTube. The giveaway is only posted on Twitch at this time. So head over to twitch.tv/SESsoftware if you do want to participate. And we'll be doing a keyword giveaway, which means basically all you need to do is type one keyword into the chat, and it will automatically enter you into the giveaway to win one of these Iberia keys for Euro Truck Simulator 2. And just so you know that the keys, they activate at the time of release of the DLC, so you won't be getting the content earlier, but it will be in your library. So to get this giveaway started, I don't know if everyone else in the studio agrees here, but I think a really good keyword to have would be evolution.
Yes, absolutely.
Think?
Perfect. I was thinking the same.
More than appropriate. So if you'd like to enter into the giveaway, all you need to do is head over to our Twitch chat and type the word evolution, and you'll be automatically entered to win one of 3 Iberia DLC keys for Euro Truck Simulator 2, where we are driving right now with beautiful blue skies. I'm not sure if you've had the same weather over there in Prague. I've heard there's been a little bit of
Yeah.
snow and such.
It was
Actually,
snowing
recently.
Yeah, it was
Just
snowing
through
last
today,
night.
we had 2 hours of snow and 2 hours of sun, and back again. So really, April
wow.
April weather for us really crazy.
Mm.
But you know, the sun is looking Spain. It's all. I'm so tempted to travel again, and we still can't.
Basically anywhere,
Yeah.
anywhere. But Spain is a good destination to travel. Absolutely.
100%. Yeah, I'd love to be there right now, but at least we can be there virtually. I mean, that's definitely the big upside, and of course, lots of exciting things happening for the launch of Iberia as well. We'll be having, of course, our normal kind of release live streams and more as well on that topic. So very, very exciting week indeed. Not only, of course, here with Renault Trucks, but also with the release of Iberia as well. And I couldn't think of a really a better match to have kind of both of these things happening in the same week. It is a very, very busy week though for everyone in the offices, I can imagine. So again, if you do want to enter that giveaway, evolution is the keyword you need to use in our Twitch chat, and we'll run that giveaway for, I don't know, the next 10 minutes maximum or so.
Okay. Meanwhile, we should like explain the design contest a bit more again. What do you think, guys?
I think that would be a really, really good idea. Let me just quickly get the page up here so I can get all
The
the
details.
correct details here. Yeah.
I can try to explain it, but because I'm driving and reading the chat and trying to show the truck as frequently as possible, I would feel safer on the road if you would take the lead there.
No, absolutely. No, it's fine. So while this giveaway is happening, which is also exciting, we have an even more exciting contest that's happening in cooperation with Renault Trucks. And I think this is something we've probably, I think I've heard it so many times in the past at SCS Software. Maybe Pavel, you could correct me here, but having the opportunity to design a truck and kind of bring it into real life is something that's always been kind of brought up and dreamt about, right?
Yeah, it was kind of brainstormed previously, but it's a big thing. It's something that goes into the physical world, and we were always feeling like we are, too unimportant for that. How to put it? This is like daring too much. But now suddenly we have a partner who is, willing to go into this crazy area of connecting the virtual and the physical, and very much looking forward to it. I'm sure the vehicle, when it finally becomes a reality, will be repeatedly, connecting the world of Euro Truck Simulator 2 and Renault Trucks. It's a lasting artifact of reminding us of the cooperation. So I'm really excited as something it's another milestone kind of in acceptance of our game, of our hobby, of our shared passion here. To be able to see this truck on the roads possible. I guess it may travel to truck shows, it may appear on some events. So naturally this will be a spot where, a meeting point, a spot where we may meet our fans or stuff like that. So it's something for the long term actually for us. It's not just one-off trick of marketing department that will be lost to time in a couple of weeks. It's something that will be lasting, and we'll be coming back to it again and again.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, very quickly, just on a side note, I'm just seeing in chat, Nimo, if you could maybe just adjust the in-game music volume on your menu, just because they're finding it a little bit hard to hear us over your late delivery music. If you,
Yeah, there's a late delivery
if you
music.
put that
Come
down
on.
a little bit. We'll get that moved down for you, your folks. But no, it's
just
such an
trick.
exciting thing to be able to bring to you, and you may have already read it on the blog, but we'll go through it again. We're asking you to get creative with creating a paint job design for the new Renault Trucks T and T-High Evolution. We have the incredible opportunity to create a paint job, and you can also help us vote as well. A community created design for the new T-High Evolution, a design that will be created and showcased both across art, game, and also in real life as well, as we mentioned. And it starts from tomorrow on the 7th of April, and it's been running all the way through until the 25th of April. So you have plenty of time to kind of think up some designs, brainstorms. If you need to, you can go back earlier in the stream. We're talking with Paul from Renault Trucks a little bit about some tips and tricks maybe things that they're looking out for to make an eye-catching design that kind of complements the truck. Because there's a lot of designs you can think of, but you don't want to go too overboard. You want to kind of think of some of the the aspects of the trucks and the way that it's shaped and stuff. And so there's a lot that can go into design, but of course we're open to all submissions, and we're inviting everybody to really take part in this contest. And the best way that you can get involved, if you head over to our blog.scsoft.com, you'll see our latest blog post there about Renault Trucks and the evolution, and you can find all the details there on it, including where you'll need to go to enter. There's a special landing page that Renault Trucks have created for us, and you can find the link there. We'll also be posting it on our social media as well, so we'll make sure to keep you in the loop of how to enter, and keep remind you as well, of course, of the dates.
Yes.
But in terms of how it's going to work, basically, during that period of time, we encourage you all to, get creative, make some liveries. We'll help you out as well, maybe with some tips and tricks, right, Nimro? We're going to be having
another stream. There's going to be another stream next week dedicated to this topic. We will bring one of our talented and skilled artists who will try to design this paint job in live with us in the stream. So we will cover all the rules and options for the participant in the stream. I think it's next Monday. It's on the 12th of April, the same time as usual. So that means from 6 p.m. Central European summertime.
Okay, I think
keep an eye out for that.
There is a first for us here, because usually when we had some sort of screenshot competition, or even like we're looking for individual paint jobs that creative people can come up with, we would always rely on the most technical, skilled modders that can actually create a livery that's directly compatible with our game, like actual mod. Here, actually, also on a wish from Renault Trucks, we try to make the entrance, barrier of entrance to the competition as low as possible. So it's not just about having to be a skilled mod creator. We wanted to open the competition also to creatives who are better with maybe a pencil or just a drawing program in 2D. So that's a big news for us, that we are opening up to the competition to way more talent, to way more maybe creative power available, and we're really looking forward. And we will accept not just mods, we will accept the agreed upon format of 2D entries that if they are selected for as candidates, somebody will do the hard work of converting them into an actual 3D compatible mod that will be included with the game eventually. But it's really something that we hope we'll get a lot of entries even this way. But there's an important warning though, because we don't want to be, and Renault, the kind Renault Trucks people don't want to be overburdened. I believe there is just limitation of one entry per person.
Yes, that's right.
The guys, take your time, don't rush it. You don't need to be the first to enter. You need to be the best. So make sure that you fine tune your idea, that you come up with the absolute best of the best that you can produce before the competition is closing. But you don't need to bombard us, or you should not bombard us or Renault Trucks with multiple designs. Make sure to pick your best, whatever you can come up with, and everybody's looking forward to the ultimate, finalists, to the ultimate winner. With the excitement, we got support from a very high-level partner, again, tier 1 producer of steering wheels and peripherals, Thrustmaster. So it's not just about the one winner, it's also about the finalists that will all be rewarded for their hard work. So it all connects, and it all connects just on this 1 week. It starts this week. It wasn't pre-planned. It wasn't like at the in 2020 some committee at SCS decided to launch Iberia and have this fantastic operation happen in the same week. But it just so happened that as we rushed towards the goals, both these projects kind of ended up at the same moment. But it's great. These things kind of catalyze each other. They work nice in synergy, So very exciting weeks ahead of us for sure, days and weeks.
Yeah, 100%, and it's really exciting as well. The final prize, when you think about it, not only do the ultimate winner actually have their paint job converted into the game and also onto a real life truck, but also obviously pending the current situation in the world as well, that they will also have the opportunity to actually head out to a special event in Lyon in France. And it will be expenses paid VIP invitation to a special celebration to kind of be the star of the night, to see the truck in person for themselves, and to even have the opportunity possibly to test drive it, and also be around us from Renault Trucks and to see it for themselves, which is super exciting for whoever the final winner will be. But of course, we're going to need your help on that. There'll be voting stages, and of course, we're going to have help from Renault Trucks as well, who have a jury as well. So, like Pavel was saying, make sure that you do your very best on these designs, and we've made it hopefully as easy as possible for everyone to enter in different ways, not only with 3D design but 2D on a piece of paper. And you can find all the information at our blog. And I think it's just such an exciting opportunity, and I'm almost a little bit jealous that I wish I could jump in and enter for myself, because it does sound like a lot of fun. I think if I wasn't working at SCS, I think I would definitely be entering. So definitely take the opportunity to do it, because really got nothing to lose. It's a lot of fun, and you never know, your design might be picked and you might be the lucky winner to either receive a Thrustmaster wheel that, again, Thrustmaster have been so kind to provide, or actually seeing your design translated into the real life and the game as well. I'm really looking forward to seeing how all these designs turn out and how creative everybody's going to get. I've almost got like ideas of what everyone's going to be creating in their mind, maybe some more brightly colored designs, or I'm excited to see. I'm almost thinking I should ask the question, if you could put a design onto a truck, maybe guys, what would you put onto a design? Maybe the question for
that's a
everyone
tough
here in the
question.
studio.
That's a tough question.
It is a tough question.
Oscar, can you go first? I know about you. I know about you that you're like more of a fan of clean designs and like.
Right. Well, that's the worst question to ask me. Like Paul said, 80% of the trucks they lease are in white. I like white trucks.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Maybe you should answer the question first and then come back to me. Maybe I'll have something.
Okay, so for me, I think that I would kind of follow Paul's suggestion, because I really love this color combination. The gray with black details or with black parts. I kind of can imagine to put some, let's say, yellow shapes over it as it is now. Maybe that would make a nice combination. And I'm not a fan of putting some images over the truck, so I would stick with just generic or basic shapes, maybe some stripes or maybe some rounded shapes in bright yellow, and then keep the combination of gray, black and yellow. That would be for me.
Okay.
Am I supposed to take part?
Yeah, of course.
Everyone
waits for your
I like
answer,
my
I
trucks
guess.
kind of simple. I don't, put too much stuff on them. Some people like it that way, to trick them up into these incredible creations. And for the livery, I was really a huge fan of the most recent paint job DLC we produced, the Super Stripes. We had this argument inside the company. Are these really stripes? Are these tribals designs, or how to call this? But ultimately, we decided that Super Stripes kind of pushes the idea that they are really super. I like that design language where you have these fantastic, but really simple, but kind of wild patterns on a vehicle. So that would be probably, generally the ballpark. I'd be looking for some simple curves, some possibility to introduce color that way, something vibrant, or how to put it. But do not overdo it. I wouldn't like to have like a puzzle there out on the vehicle. As Paul said, it has to be recognizable from a distance and then surprise you when you get closer. So these are the qualities. I cannot describe them. I'm not a designer, but I know what I like when I see it. But until I see it, my colleagues can confirm. I can be really, I until I get what I want, I will complain. But I'm not so good at explaining what I really do want. So it's a trial and error with me sometimes. But usually I can tell, when we nailed it. So I'm looking forward to I'm sure that there will be a wealth of combinations coming our way, or combinations, ideas, and there is no wrong answer or no wrong solution. You can have a trillion of combinations of colors, patterns, whatever, lines and splotches, or I don't know, and none of them is disqualified. It's all about being creative, being visible, being interesting, and at the same time, as Paul reminded us, people should try to think in the terms of what can be actually produced on a vehicle. Don't think about paintbrush so much as about kind of industrial application. If the vehicle is so great that Renault Trucks decides to make 100 of them, it's not about a bunch of guys spray painting the vehicle. It's about machines and patterns that you can apply on the vehicle. So a kind of a simplicity is expected, like purity and simplicity in a way.
True, and I would just like to add that you also probably should not put anything that might be a subject of third party, like copyright and trademarks. Don't put famous logos of other companies there, because obviously that design will not be able to be taken as like a valid entry because of legal terms and conditions, of course.
Yeah, make sure it's all
thank you,
original
Mr.
content and
Trucker.
designs.
Colleague is letting
Thank
you go.
you. He's jealous because I have the new version of the Renault truck and he's not.
Did you manage to think of something, Oscar? Or are you just keeping with your
Yeah,
truck design?
actually, yeah, I did. Something came to mind. It might not make sense at all, but I really like the color of the French royal purple, the deep purple. Perhaps something like that as a base coat on the truck, and then having gold pinstriping around the features of the truck. So like say around the door, so you have a thin gold stripe going around it, so accentuating the curves of the truck. And then maybe in some areas you can have a velvety kind of red as well. So you have those kind of classic colors that are quite outstanding and rich, and then you can highlight all the different design elements of the truck with just gold pinstriping.
Wow.
I think we might have some similar designs that we
I was
already
going to
have.
say, if you see something like that in the contest, we know Oscar's alt account now. So
Yeah.
No,
But we should emphasize, though, that the
Well, I'm-
ultimate selection is not up to us. We may be just blabbering here,
yeah.
It's not.
but the highly esteemed experts at Renault Trucks will ultimately
Be the jury.
call the winning design. So don't take us like too seriously. It's not like we are trying to box you into some particular design. It's totally up to you to be creative and surprise the committee picking up the best designs.
What about you, Alex? You
Oh well, I had a very kind of simple design, but when you're painting, right, and you take like a paintbrush and you just kind of throw it and you get all the paint splatters that go all over the truck. I was thinking that in almost like all of the colors, just like rainbow almost in a sense. And my idea behind that is that there's people from all different backgrounds and cultures that have put in work to create the new Evolution truck. It can also represent energy and passion, when you're throwing the paintbrush and that's like you're putting your work into it and it's coming out onto the truck sort of thing. So I know it was a very simple design, just having like lots
You
of
must
paint
be watching
splatters,
the same.
very, very small ones all over the
You must be watching the same YouTube movies that my daughter is watching now. All these painting and creation kind of videos. She's 9, and it's incredible what you can. People are so creative, and the results are so fantastic. So I can totally see throwing buckets with colors around,
Right,
and
yeah, exactly.
and the results may be the chaos is actually beautiful if it just hits right. So yeah, that's another cool idea. Absolutely.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I was thinking in my head. So, but I'm glad to have the same wavelength as your 9-year-old
Yeah.
daughter. Good creative brains there. So I'll take it as a compliment.
And I think you've hit it right on the nail. Paul said passion is very important. So your design has to really showcase what you're passionate about. It's not just design for design, but you have a meaning behind it.
Absolutely, 100%. So, folks, get out there. We've given you some of our ideas, but don't use those. We want you to think of original content for yourselves and get out there and get designing. The contest starts from tomorrow, April 7th. So make sure, head over to our blog, blog.scsoft.com, for all the details you need to know and get designing. Can't wait to see what you're going to come up with. And we look forward to seeing all of your entries. And of course, you've got some amazing opportunities and prizes up for grab. And speaking of prizes, I think we've hit the time that we need to draw our giveaway winners here on Twitch, because time is just flying by with
It's time
us.
for your famous drum roll.
Yeah, it's time for him a famous drum. So if you haven't already, very, very quickly, type Evolution in the Twitch chat. You'll be entered into the Iberia Key DLC giveaway for your Truck Simulator 2. But we will be rolling our winners here just momentarily. We've already had 800 plus of you enter into the giveaway. So lots of you very, very excited, of course, for this upcoming DLC, which Nanimo is driving in now and is looking absolutely wonderful, of course, in the new visual lighting system that we have implemented in 1.40, looking very good indeed. But let's get this show on the road. We have 3 keys to give away, so let's start the roll, and I'll get the drum roll going here. Our first winner of the evening is... we have... Mini Exus. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. I always get the best usernames to try and pronounce our giveaway winners. It's almost like a tradition here on the stream. But congratulations, you've won our first Iberia key. I will be sliding into your Twitch Whispers momentarily with your key, but congratulations. We'll get our second winner here on the way for the second key of Iberia. Our winner is... Oh my goodness, this is another mouthful. Twitch TV Gallo Claudio 1977. Congratulations on winning yourself an Iberia key as well. Thank you very much for entering. Congratulations. GG's in the chat for these winners, everybody. We'll be in touch with you shortly. And our third and final winner of the Iberia key for Euro Truck Simulator 2 is... Stinky Armor. Congratulations.
That was an easy nickname for you. The last
There
one.
you
That was a
go.
very, very easy name. There you go. Congratulations to all 3 of you. You've now got your hands on Iberia for Euro Truck Simulator 2. Again, the keys will unlock the content on the date of release, which is later this week. Very, very exciting indeed. So we'll be in touch with you shortly with your Steam keys.
Cool, guys.
Alright.
I just wanted to say that I love your backgrounds, both of you, Oscar, Alex. You're sitting in the cabins. Oscar particularly, or Oscar especially, looks like he's very chill there in the cabin. Waiting
is.
for his cargo to get loaded.
It's looking great. I mean, it's a very spacious cab, so it's great to have the opportunity to stream from inside a virtual cab here. So props to the
Absolutely.
team for creating such a big space in the cab.
But we also have another surprise. Yeah, we do. And I think that this is actually the time to bring it on. What do you
It
think,
is.
guys? Should we announce
I think so.
what's going to happen?
Absolutely.
Okay,
Please do. Please
so
do.
Paul was not the only person from Renault Trucks who is interested into this whole cooperation and project, and we have a very cool and very unique and exclusive video message for you guys, for the community, and for us here in STS Software as well, which was recorded by the president of Renault Trucks himself, by Bruno Blin. I hope that I'm pronouncing the name right. And maybe I should stop the vehicle here, put all 4 warning indicators on, And maybe I can ask our technical guy Philip there to hide us all, and let's play the message, please.
Hello everyone. I am Bruno Blin, the CEO of Renault Trucks. The boss if you prefer. Sorry for not being able to be with you for that live stream. We always think about the drivers when we are designing our vehicles. And this is of course what we have done in the case of our Renault Trucks Evolution range, bringing more comfort, more safety, more pleasure to drive. You know, we wanted this launch to be, how to say, little bit special, different, surprising, and came this fantastic idea to put our new range first in Euro Truck Simulator 2. Then, gamers, drivers, journalists, influencers, or just curious people, you are now all invited to drive our vehicles directly in the game. I'm really excited about this online launch, and I hope this is the same for you. The SCS software team has done an amazing job to ship our new vehicles directly in the game. Thank you for this great partnership with our team. I can tell you that they have prepared many surprises for you, and let's see if you will be able to find them in the next coming weeks. We have also prepared a design contest. Then be creative. You are an amazing community. And I have an idea. Nemiro and Alex, why don't you come to Lyon to test the trucks for real? We could do that around summer if we are free from this COVID pandemic. Consider that as an official invitation. Thank you all and goodbye.
Well, okay,
Hey,
that was
wow.
cool. That was cool, Alex.
That was very, very cool.
Alex, it looks like we are going to visit Lyon.
I think so. Yeah. No, I'm very, very excited. I mean, what an opportunity.
I mean, we should be there. I mean, of course, if the COVID-19 world situation will allow us to travel there at that time, then we definitely should be there and cover the event for our community. You know, to stream it, to provide it for the wider public and wider audience. What do you think?
100%. I'm very excited to be able to bring, you know, such an exciting event to our community and to kind of cover it for all of you. And hopefully it could all go ahead as planned, of course, pending everything going on. But what an opportunity, and a massive thank you to all the team at Renault Trucks and Bruno there as well.
What do you think about it, guys? Do you have anything on your mind right now?
Well, it's an absolute honor to hear a message from the boss of
the
Renault
boss.
Trucks.
The boss.
It's not just for important moment for me personally and for SCS. I guess it must be something that the community must realize is a very special moment when the companies, you know, are aware of our game, of our hobby, of our shared passion, and notice and think that the game is worthy of their attention, being used as a tool, maybe in this case as a tool for PR, but actually there are repeated discussions about using the game as a tool for actual practical either driver education or promotion of the industry and industry values and importance. This is a very big moment in the history of our hobby, of our game development and our little company, and a great honor for being invited for this opportunity. Our cooperation with Renault Trucks has been going for over a decade now. I remember meeting representatives of Renault Trucks back before Euro Truck Simulator 2 was even released. So it was one of the first partners who actually believed in our message that the emotional connections that our players make playing the games with their vehicles are important in their future, in their lives. That there are future drivers playing our games. There are past drivers who may have already retired from the profession, but who still love eating kilometers on the road, and all this shared passion, all this energy is meeting here today meeting the real world of automotive and of truck manufacturers with Renault Trucks, giving us the trust to actually see under the lid, to see the secrets before they are unleashed on the world. We have obviously had to have a very open communication on the design. We have been provided with reference materials some months ahead of today to be able to catch up and to get everything implemented into the game. So this level of trust shows that we have become a partner for the industry, not just a little game anymore, but a phenomenon, something that's truly kind of a part of the industry now at large, not just something totally on the side. So it's a huge moment for me, and I'm very proud to have achieved this milestone. And hopefully this is not the last that you will hear from us, that you will hear from Renault Trucks in context of Euro Truck Simulator 2, and from the industry in general. We have some great plans that are way beyond where we are now, with further, I would say, evolution of the game as well. So the word for today, the key word that we are throwing around is absolutely fitting. We are all evolving. We are all protecting the values that we have already achieved, but trying to get better, reach higher, elevate of our standing. So a really great moment for me, and I'm proud to be there all the way along the road, and look forward to some great more years.
100%. So exciting to be here, and I really look forward to the future as well. And there's so many people that are involved in this whole process. Obviously, it's not just us in the screens, but many others from both sides of the companies, from Renault Trucks and from SCS as well, that's been involved in leading up to this moment. So a massive thank you to everyone as well. That obviously we can't fit them all onto a stream. I think we'd love to try that one day, to have a whole company on a stream. But it's really, really fantastic that we're able to bring this moment to you all, and hopefully you're all going to enjoy it. Hopefully you've already got a chance to try out the new Evolution Trucks in-game, which are already available as a free update to Euro Truck Simulator 2. If you haven't, we look forward to seeing you get behind the wheel as well. It's already available at your local Renault dealership in-game. And of course, we've been graced by the presence of Paul from Renault Trucks, who's given us lots of praise as well. So again, a massive thank you to him as well. And it looks like, I think our time's coming to an end here, isn't it?
Unfortunately, that's right. We are going to be nearly 2 hours live right now.
Mm-hmm. It is, yeah. So I think we will need to wrap things up here. If you can find yourself a parking
I'm trying
spot.
to. Probably I'm driving totally wrong on this truck stop.
Sunset.
But
What are you doing? What are you doing?
no one can see.
That's all right.
I still feel like
But
we haven't said enough thank yous to people really involved in this. The vehicle team, it was, let's face it, it was a cooperation between two companies in this weird era of working from home. A lot of people had to contribute. A lot of things had to be synchronized. So on both sides, with Renault Trucks across their multiple offices, with SCS, there was a lot of back and forth. There was a lot of iteration. There was a lot of even little mistakes. Somebody forgot something, and we had to wait for another week. So as always, things that may go wrong will go wrong ultimately, but we prevailed. We tried hard to make everything happen ultimately. So great thanks to especially the vehicle team, but also the testers, the programmers. Somebody had to implement those directional signals right. There's so many little things that have to fit into place. Big thanks also to our marketing team here, who in part bear the brunt of the communication, planning the event like this, planning the competition, creating the promo videos, photos, screenshots, typically taking the screenshots 3 times,
the video
again
as
and
well.
again, because you forget this little detail and that little detail, and as things are always kind of in motion, everything is being completed by the last moment, possibly. There's always somebody spots some problem. Okay, let's fix it. Let's address this issue. So a lot of effort, some really late evenings and nights went into creating this and making the day, making this happen on a calendar date that we agreed upon. So really, major thanks to our volunteer testers, major thanks to everybody in the company making this possible, the engineering part as well as the art and design. And big thanks to the community for making it possible in so many
100%.
ways, because we wouldn't be there without you guys. We wouldn't, we would be nobodies without people, finding their shared passion by playing our games. And together we are much stronger. It makes sense for our industrial partners to consider our platforms, our games, worthwhile of their attention if they know that there are literally millions of people participating, sharing this passion, sharing the hobby. So, and this makes it possible for us to go even deeper, or to us to even, be more courageous in planning crazy stuff. So I hope this is really another milestone, but it's not the end by far. It's still, we are not even halfway, I hope. We have some great things ahead of us.
Don't think I could have said it any better myself. I have nothing else
Pavel
more
kind
to
of
say on.
stole the
Yeah.
ending for you, right?
No, it's fine. No, honestly.
Now you know how it feels,
from
man.
Pavel, so
When there is nothing left to say.
There's one thing to say actually.
Okay.
My daughter's actually turned 10 a few days ago. So if she's watching this, and
happy
chances
birthday.
are she is watching this, you can imagine what kind of hell I'm getting back at home. I'm 10 already, and you claim that I'm 9. The worst sin I could have made. So
Some troubles on
I
the
have
way.
to set the record straight here. But I was so focused on all these things happening, I would forget about my own kids. Okay.
Okay, what a cool ending. What a cool ending.
It's a good ending. Well, I hope she had a good birthday. 10
Yeah,
years old.
yeah.
All the happy birthdays going up in the chat as well. So massive happy birthday to her. So, but no, Pavel, thank you for joining us this evening. It's a pleasure to have you along. And again, congratulations on this massive partnership that we have with Renault Trucks and all the exciting things that are coming from it. And as well as Oscar as well, over in the other side of the world in Singapore, staying up very late. I forget what time it is for you now. I imagine 2, 3 a.m.
It's 1:49.
1:49 a.m. So thank you for staying up and being
Thanks,
with us as well.
Oscar.
Your knowledge is always welcome, and looking great in your truck cab there as well. So thank you for
Chilling
coming
there.
along. And of
No
course as
worries.
well,
It's always a pleasure to be here. It's really great to be part of an interesting stream like this, and I think this is one of the most important ones that
True.
we've had in a long time. Yeah.
yeah, and Nimura as well, of course. My driving buddy, always on the stream. It's
Always
great to
pleasure,
see you
man.
again as
Always
So
pleasure.
Thank you for driving us in the brand new Evolution T and T High as well, and driving us through Iberia as well. And of course, we have to say a massive thank you as well to Philip behind the scenes, who's been running the productions and keeping on top of things as well. So, chat, thank you so much for coming along to our stream today. We really hope you enjoyed the insights that we got to talk about and discover with Paul earlier, as well learn so much more about this exciting launch with Renault Trucks. Get out there, get into the new truck. Is available in Euro Truck Simulator 2. And of course, if you want to learn more details about the contests that's taking place for the design, head over to our blog, blog.scsstuff.com. And also to make sure to follow us on our social media pages to keep up to date with all the latest news and announcements. We'll make sure to remind you there on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook and all of that good stuff. So unless anyone else here has anything else to say from the studio, I guess
Pavel?
we'll say our goodbyes.
I
Pavel,
still
yes,
have
please
the
go
final
ahead.
word. Thank you, Alex. We
Of course.
haven't got around to thanking you. Of course, those, the time you were off, we will subtract it from your pay.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll see you again in 2 days, because we have this big day in
True,
2 days from
true.
now. So,
course, yeah.
this is not a goodbye. This is, just see
To
you
be
soon.
continued.
To be continued.
Small break.
Yeah.
Our super week.
And after that, even on
Absolutely,
Monday,
yeah.
again with another stream related to this design contest. So, Alex, we are getting to
You're on
be
fire.
like full-time streamers.
We are. 100%.
Let's do a merchandise.
So-
Let's do and sell merchandise.
Yeah, so like Nimro said and Pavel said, we will see you again very, very soon, obviously, for the launch of Iberia. Very, very exciting indeed. Look forward to that stream, so do stay tuned for the announcement of that. But until then, we hope you have yourselves a wonderful evening. We hope that you stay happy, healthy, and safe. And we'll see you again next time for the launch of Iberia. So from all of us here at SCS Software, we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and we will catch you again very, very soon. See you later, everybody.
See you. Bye bye.
See you. Bye.